there, mathematicians. We're going to continue our probability work this week. There are two more things that we need to talk about around probability. You're going to get to keep practicing some different things, but we have some new vocabulary to mix in here. The two things we're going to look at this week are uniform and non-uniform probability models. So you'll remember probability models have three things: the action, the sample space, and then the probabilities. So for something to have a uniform probability model, all the probabilities have to be equal. So I've drawn some wonderful examples for you. On this first one, I did my very best to make these four equal spaces. So let's pretend they're all equal, and I measured and they're all wonderful. So each of these spaces is equal. So the probability of landing on red, I know that there are four spaces I can land on. One of them is red. So the probability of landing on red is 1/4. This is my theoretical probability. The probability of landing on blue, again, there are four equal spaces. One of them is blue. So my probability of landing on blue is 1/4. Green, same thing. It is one out of the four equal spaces. Purple is also one out of the four equal spaces. Since all of these probabilities are exactly the same, this shows a uniform probability model. Other things that are going to be uniform probability models that you're going to see frequently are flipping a coin. Heads and tails each have a 1/2 theoretical probability. A normal six-sided dice or number cube with the numbers 1 through 6, they all have an equal probability. It is a uniform probability model. So now we need to look at, well, what does it mean if it's not uniform? So here I've drawn another spinner for you. And I'm going to look at the probabilities of each of the outcomes. Again, we're looking at theoretical probability. The theoretical probability of red, I have four equal spaces here. This time, two of them are red. So I'm going to say the probability of landing on red is 2/4, or I can simplify that and say that's 1/2. The probability of blue, I've got my four equal spaces on the spinner. One of them is blue. And my probability of green is one out of those four equal spaces. Since I have different probabilities here, the probability of red is 1/2, and then blue and green are 1/4, it is non-uniform. All of them must be equal for it to be uniform. If any of them, in this case it's red, is different, it is non-uniform probability model. So what you're going to be doing today is you're going to continue practicing how we write probability models, how we find theoretical probability, and now we're going to add in the piece of, once you've done that, is it a uniform or a non-uniform probability model? We are going to have optional virtual meetings this week, Tuesday and Thursday at 1:30 in the afternoon. Those are on Schoology. On the left-hand side, under where it says updates and materials, keep looking down a little bit, it says conferences. Anytime between 1:30 and 1:50, you can join that. Pop in, ask a question, just say hi, let me know how you're doing. Make sure you are continuing to do some Mathia practice. In addition to the assignments that are being put in Schoology, you should be spending maybe 15 to 20 minutes each of our math days on Mathia. If you need any help with Mathia or anything else, please email or Schoology message me. And I hope to see you guys soon.